last episode I transformed my world spawn into a huge tower and floating island inspired by one of my favorite series as a child, Dragon Ball, and the way it is right now, it's looking rather boring. So this episode I want to change that. Hello everybody and welcome to my 1.19 Skyblock Let's Play. As I already told you before, last episode I built this huge floating island and the tower below. And with this I have now a lot of empty space to work with. I may also have built an unintentional mob farm along the way. Oh, I looked at the Enderman. We probably should leave now. I want to use all the new space I got for some more farms. The new tower, for example, would be perfect for a little moss and bone meal farm. And down here I thought would be a great spot to build some villager food farms. But I still have this ugly looking wooden platform over there left and also a mob grinder on top of it, and I want to get rid of the whole thing and build a new mob farm in my floating island. And for this I'm gonna need some tinted glass, or I want some tinted glass, I not really need it. So let's head to the Lush Cave Island, or whatever we called it in the episode where we ventured to it, and yeah, I guess we see us back when I'm there. There we are. Next I probably should head down into the cave and grab all the amethyst. While I'm over here grabbing all the amethyst shards, I probably want to uncover the whole cluster so I can AFK a little bit more in order to get all the materials for the tinted glass. And I probably also want to grab some calcite and polished basalt too. So I will execute that and then we see us back. There we go, I collected a lot of amethyst shards and also the other blocks that were around here, so with this now done, I guess we can head back. Cool. Now that we are back on my home island, by the way, I built it in an earlier episode, so if you want to see that, check it out. I tried to link the video in the top right or left corner. I don't really know how this works right now, but we will see. Anyways, now that I'm back here, I can head to my librarians and buy all the glass I'm gonna need. Now I just have to craft it into tinted glass. Okay, now that I have all the glass I'm gonna need for the build, let's head to the cobblestone generator and collect some more stone. So I guess I get digging. A short time later and I already have collected nearly 2 shulker chests full of stone. This should be enough, so the next thing on my list is some ice. So let's head to the island where I can get it. Or more near the island where I can get it, because I have to make a little bridge. From there on I made a little bridge to the adjacent snowy taiga biome and also built a little platform to farm all the ice I'm gonna need. Then I spent like 10 minutes or so over there collecting some ice by just mining it from the frozen water source I created. Nice Reno, I collected a little bit over a stack of ice. This will be a sufficient supply to build my little mob farm thingy over in my floating palace. I don't know, I won't call it Kami's Lookout like in the series, so if you want, you guys can give it a name down in the comments. So yeah, go for it. Now that we are back at whatever we are gonna call it, I still have the unintentional mob farm left, so let me handle this quickly. Friends, I have killed all the mobs and the last mob that is still standing is a zombie villager wearing the head of another zombie villager. Anyways, let's capture him because I may want to make a villager breeder at a later point. So now that I have prepared everything, I can begin. Also, I decided to make the whole farm a little bit bigger because zombies drop dirt in this version of Skyblock. The farm itself was made by Craft, so I will link his tutorial down in the video description if you want to rebuild it. I made a few adjustments down at the bottom platform so all the mobs get swept into the kill mechanism. Everything we have left to do is to fill in the water and make the redstone. To trigger the dispensers on each water tower, I built a simple redstone clock on top of them by placing some redstone following into some repeater. 2 more redstone and some more repeater on the other side. Each repeater also has to be on its maximum delay. At the end we place a comparator facing into the redstone. After repeating this 3 times I can connect everything together. Okay, now I just have to toggle each comparator, because I kinda forgot that, and then I can power this whole thing. And placing a lever to activate the whole contraption. It's already going off. Ouch. We can already see a lot of mobs spawning and dying, so let's take a half-hour time-lapse break and see what we get. It will be a half hour for me. For you it will be like 10 seconds. Half an hour has passed, let's see what we got. So, we got 2 Chalker chests of items and a little bit more than 3 stacks of dirt. Oh, I also got a second villager while building the mob farm. I will show the clip right now. And yeah, anyways, since we have now checked that the mob farm is working as intended, we can go to the next project. Back at the wooden platform, the next thing on my list is the sheep farm. My plan is to move them down to the plateau my tower is standing on, so I want to do this by using some water and a boat. Let's place the water like this, and then we can get the sheep down.
One eternity later.
This sure took a while, but now I have every sheep in this little pen I built for them, and now I just have to breed them up a little bit so I have enough sheep to dye them in every possible color. Cool, cool, cool. This should be enough sheep to get all the different wool colors. But I realized as I was preparing all the different colors that I need black dye. And for black dye I need squids. And for squids I have to make a little squid farm. And I already found a good place to build it. Because if we fly over here, we just have to make a short little bridge and are in an ocean biome. If I'm able to land. Nice. So without further ado, let's build this squid farm. At first I make a little bridge so I can reach the top of the future squid farm. And then I also destroy some blocks in the top platform where the water will go. Then I go down with the help of some water and build the bottom platform where also the killing mechanism will be. After the bottom platform is sorted out, I start to work on a little mechanism that will collect all the loot as well as kill the mobs that won't die from just falling down. And I accomplish that by placing some hoppers and some soulfire campfires on top. The loot will be swept in the middle via a trapdoor mechanism that is controlled by a hopper clock, so it will occasionally turn on and off. And finally all that is left to do is to place some gates to block the falling water. And to place the water. Oops. And with this the farm is done. So let's head downstairs and check what we already got while building the farm. So nice, okay. 9 ink sacks, nice. This is actually already more than we need, so I guess we can finish the sheep farm. This was totally worth it. Anyway, I'm sure we will find a good way to use squid ink in the future. Right? Now back at our green plateau we can start to build our wool farm. I kinda already built the same farm in the last episode, so I will just rush through it. If you want a detailed explanation on how it's built, you can check out my last episode. But without further ado, let's head to the building. We quickly place the hopper minecarts, and then we can finally get all the sheep in. And while I was at it, I couldn't just leave the sheep farm like that, so I hid it in a huge boulder. Now that the wool farm is sorted out, let's go directly to the next one, a little moss and bone meal farm. I thought a good place to build this little farm would be the downstairs area of my new build tower, and I searched the internet far and wide for the best suiting farm and came around a guide by Mr. Bazuki. I will link it down in the description. Anyways, let's get building, shall we? And if we activate the lever right here, the farm is up and running. I at least hope so. Come on. And there we go. The moss gets all swept into the water stream right here, and all the loot accumulates in these chests over here. The right one siphons a little bit of all the material you get when you bone meal a moss block, like moss carpets, all the different kind of bushes, and even wheat seeds. The other chest holds all the bone meal and also feeds it back into it, so the machine is basically self-powered. But if you want a more detailed explanation, check out the tutorial by Mr. Bazooki. While this farm is producing some moss blocks for future building projects, I believe now is finally the time to move the last farm for my wooden platform into my new tower. Let's fly down to the wooden platform and quickly pack the whole thing up into a shulker box. And ta-da! Everything is packed up, so let's quickly head back into the tower and rebuild it. The farm was originally made by El Mango, and I will link his tutorial down in the video description if you want to rebuild it. Like the wool farm, I also hit it a little bit. With this, all the farms are at their new place. I also decided to get rid of all the torches and hang some lanterns from the ceiling. And it looks quite neat, and we also don't get any mob spawns, so it suits its purpose, I think. So with all this done, we can head to the next job, and that will be a villager breeder. Oh, I kind of forgot. The mud farm works like this. You crawl in here, and then you basically just have mud in your left hand, and dig away. Yeah. The villager breeder itself was designed by Logical Geek Boy, and he makes awesome tutorials. I will link this particular one down in the description below. Whew, now that the villager breeder is done as well, let's take a short building break and get the villagers in. I'm now back at the mob farm, and I believe I just have to break their little boat and lure them over, so let's give this a try. Since the whole thing is, kinda built like a staircase, I think they should just follow me, and I just have to lure them over to the top and bring them into the farm. And nice, Sereno, both are captured. So let's just cure them and wait till they are normal again. Now that they are in there and happily doing their thing, I believe I can work on a little transformation area. To easily get the zombie, I just make a little dark area right here and destroy all the torches. I guess we make the area to transform the villagers right beside the villager breeder. Let's make the little space where the zombie will go. Some trapdoors so he can't run away but still reach our villagers. Ouch. And the new zombie home is done. And there we go, our first zombie friend, but I see a way more promising one. Like over there. Come on. Follow me. Holy, he absolutely doesn't want to cooperate. Would you finally go in there? Come on, nice. Okay, that was not so bad as I remembered, but still quite bad. Yeah. Let's quickly head home and grab a name tag so he won't despawn. In an earlier episode I asked you guys to give the zombie from the iron farm a name, and one of you actually did that, so yeah, I never came around to do that, and that's why we called this one Daniel. Hey! Also, the original zombie might have despawned while I was getting the name tag. So let's give this thing a test run. We already have a villager in there, and by pushing this button, we shoot him to the zombie. And the zombie can't reach him, but if we push him a little bit, he will kill him if we get out of range of the zombie. And after a short little while, he's a zombie. Okay, while the remaining villagers are getting old enough to be turned into a zombie, I will decorate the remaining room. There we go everybody, all the villagers are nice and neat in their little minecarts, and I believe I can even turn them all with just one potion. I also decorated the whole area. I used stone bricks as well as mossy stone bricks and some stone bricks with cracks in them. We also can turn down the villager breeder for now, and look at this, we also can watch them from up here. Hey. Down here we have a little roller coaster that will be just temporary but will serve the purpose to bring them down, I hope so at least. And with this I guess we can just turn the villagers and get the roller coaster ride going. Now that they are turned, let's get them down. And everything worked flawlessly. I'm actually quite surprised, but let's build them a place to stay. In the anime there are tents at the bottom of the tower, so I thought why don't we take these tents and use them as food farms for potatoes and carrots, and so I did. And all the wool from the newly established farm came in quite handy for this. Now for the item collection system, we just destroy these blocks over here. Place some barrels and hoppers facing into them. For the villagers, we just gonna place some rails. Like this. And then we just gonna push them into their new forever home. I guess so. Nice. From there on I just went ahead and got all the villagers into their new tents as well as to finish the tent. Yeah. And since I was kinda in a building mood, I thought I built a huge custom tree on top of my boulder, and this turned out to be a horrible idea because all the leaves started to just disappear on me. Don't ask me why, I just absolutely have no clue. Since I'm seemingly not allowed to place more leaves on this tree, I just went ahead and placed moss. And I also have to light up the moss because mobs will spawn on top of here if I won't do this. So let me finish this fast. Let's also place some glowberries for even more light. And with this, the big tree is done. I guess it came out alright. Look at this, I also made a little pathway to connect all the tents with each other. But now that we sorted all this out, we can take down the roller coaster. And while we are at it, we can also demolish the wooden circle, because this one has served its purpose as well. So without further ado, let's do some demolition work. Let's start with the roller coaster by working our way down from the top. Then I went ahead and took down the mob grinder as well as the whole wooden circle. As I already told, they have served their purpose and at this point are just looking ugly in my world. Since I can fly now, I won't need all those ugly sky bridges anymore, so I can just demolish them. The islands itself won't be touched because I will use them for a future project. Now back at the bottom of our tower, it's still kinda plain, so I thought we make a little wheat field over here. The wall contains mostly of bricks with some mossy bits thrown in occasionally. Some slabs, wall bits and leaves make the look perfect. Next we can plow the field. Place some scarecrows for lighting purposes. I guess we make a green one with some green banners in the back and on the front of him, as well as some little arms with the help of some spruce fencing. And I believe the second one will be just brown. Nice! Some lanterns to light everything up, and then I can plant the field. To frame everything in, I'm just gonna place some trees on the side over here. I wasn't really sure if the leaves on these trees would stay, but at least I should try to decorate them a little bit and hope for the best. Finally, I just bone mealed the whole place up and destroyed most of the flowers and the tall grass. And with this we at least finished this part of the island, so let me show you what I've created. As you already saw earlier, I made a little wheat field and decorated it a little bit more with some planting pots and even placed a little wheelbarrow in the corner right here. So if we move along this little pathway right here, we can reach a small storage area where all the villagers would store their stuff if they could come out of their tents, I guess. So yeah. And finally we can see our little tree corner from right here, which is looking quite dark. I probably should light it up a little bit more. So yeah, I guess this concludes today's episode. So next time we're gonna finish this island and probably gonna build an island for every biome. But till then, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button. Let's take a final look with some shaders on. So till the next time, and stay healthy!